We all have a place where spare parts and old junk go to die. Computers and cords, books and toys that have seen better days. But you're about to meet an expert at turning all those piles of random stuff into a pile of cash. And even better, he says you can do it too if you know what you're looking for. Here's ABC's David Wright.
Open sesame.
It may not look like Alibaba's cave.
Wow.
I always like to stand back a little because I've been privy to a couple of things that have fallen out.
But Kraig Bantle is pretty sure there's hidden treasure in this garage. His job is to find it.
You've got your work cut out for you.
Yeah, there's a little bit of work for us.
That old saying about one person's trash is pretty much Bantle's business model.
It's funny because people are always looking at stuff and they're like, Kraig, that's trash. I'm like, no, we can do this with it, you know? Here you go, Dan.
Along with the principal, finders keepers. Bantle and his team don't charge the homeowners for going through and hauling away their unwanted stuff, but the deal is they keep, sell,
These are pretty good.
or recycle whatever they find.
When I started this business 8 years ago, there was 5 landfills in this area. There's 1 left because we filled them all. There's 80% of the stuff that we throw away is recyclable.
I'm Kraig Bantle, and I'm the brains behind the operation.
They find treasure enough to make for a popular reality show on the DIY network.
Your show is called
Garage Gold.
What's Gold?
What's gold to me is not gold to other people.
Oh my God.
He's found an autographed copy of W.C. Fields' autobiography, value $3,500. This painting turned out to be worth $2,500.
Holy crap. Dude, that looks totally legit.
And this may be the biggest find to date, a vintage NFL championship trophy.
This is a 1946 Cleveland Browns championship trophy.
Yeah.
Even Bantle's appraiser was stumped how much that was worth.
That got appraised for $15,000. I still don't, maybe it's because I'm biased and I'm from Cleveland, but I thought it was worth considerably more.
So there's no telling what the team might find in this garage in Durham, North Carolina.
All right.
I know it's like guessing the number of jelly beans in a jar.
It is. It is.
But if you had to make a guess, how much is this worth?
Oh, God. Well, I would say that the job is probably going to cost me about $900 to do when you add everything up. I'm going to guess it's probably around $2,000 worth of stuff in here.
Minus the 900 it's going to
Minus
cost.
the 900, yeah. So at the end of the day, I think I'll probably make a little over $1,000, which is not bad for a day's work.
So is it emotional?
No.
Like many of Bantle's customers, the homeowner is someone in need, unable to deal with all this stuff himself because of poor health.
The house is for sale, so all this stuff needs to go. You know, so like I said, thankfully we'll be able to put it all to good use, and we'll be able to help out somebody that really needs it.
The customer's dad is selling the place for his son.
Any other guesses as to what's valuable in there?
Not really. I've been kind of surprised seeing what Kraig's been pulling out of there so far.
Already, the team has a few interesting finds. Among them,
What is it?
an antique fire extinguisher worth $75.
These have to be empty, though, or you can't sell them because of the chemicals inside. This is a first.
A night vision scope worth about $150.
Oh, yeah. This thing's awesome.
And a pair of plastic swords. There are plenty of items that are treasures to someone, but not to Bantle.
Here's some family photos. Sure you'd like to keep those.
But most of the garage gold comes in tiny nuggets.
Everybody has old computers in their garage, and especially desktops, and then you start thinking, well, what am I going to do with this thing? Well, if you fix that up, put a new software on it, you could turn around and sell it for $75 or $100 yourself.
Every little bit adds up. He says even the stuff you might be tempted to junk may not be. Unused cleaning supplies are hot items at flea markets.
There's a place for everything, basically.
User manuals are popular too.
We're getting a section in our eBay store that's going to be all manuals and stuff because they sell so well. Because a lot of people don't like to have to download stuff. They like the actual physical hard copy of it.
Old electrical cords can be melted down for copper.
It's still worth 6 cents a pound, which isn't a ton, but we get in truckloads.
There's always a market for vintage toys.
Old toys, especially the toys from when I was growing up, you know, like He-Man and G.I. Joe and all that stuff, worth a ton of money now. Definitely don't throw that stuff away. There's some toys that I've looked at and thought, $5, and they turned out to be worth, you know, over $100.
The most surprising thing, individual pieces of Lego can command top dollar.
There's actually websites dedicated to Legos, and you can go on there and find the one piece that you need, and some of them are $75 or $100. Yeah, just for one little tiny piece of Lego.
One thing he's always happy to find, Christmas decorations.
I think I could open up 4 Christmas stores with the amount of Christmas stuff that I have. And everybody buys that stuff, you know? I mean, and the Christmas trees, I probably get 50, 60 of those throughout the year. So, you know, we turn around and we can sell those for 40, 50 bucks a piece.
And for people who can't avail themselves of a service like yours, any advice?
Oh my gosh.
I always tell people don't buy more than you need. And if you've had something for a year and you haven't used it, get rid of it.
And what's your own garage look like?
I actually don't have a garage. Shockingly enough, I live in a townhouse and I don't have a garage.
Remember his initial estimate?
I'm gonna guess it's probably around $2,000 worth of stuff in here.
Well, it turns out that was a tad ambitious. All this stuff was worth a little more than $1,000. That's $250 profit for Bantle after paying his workers.
So it's not trash, but it seems like it'd be a stretch to call most of it treasure.
I wouldn't exactly call most of it treasure, but you know,
it's worth something.
It's worth something, and it's all about getting it into the right person's hands, you know.
When you're mining for garage gold, there's no guarantee you're going to strike it rich. I'm David Wright for Nightline in Durham, North Carolina.